the chairman, CEO of Innoson Motors Manufacturing Company, Nnewi Muchalamucha, a chief Innocent Chukwuma, Konyani, his welcome address. You can call me, I got one away.
Come back.
Yes, there is. Welcome. I'm hoping that you will be able to like this. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Standing on law existing protocol, and on behalf of our chairman, we would like to welcome His Excellency Professor.
Come back.
His Excellency Prof. Charles Chukwuma, Soludo CFR, to the Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing Plant. Your visit is highly significant, demonstrating your dedication to the advancement of the automobile sector, not only in Anambra State but across Nigeria. Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing stands as a beacon of the Nigerian spirit and resilience. We embarked on a mission to transform the Nigerian automotive industry, and now we proudly produce vehicles of international caliber, adhering to the standards set by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, all happening on Nigerian soil. During your tour of our facility, you have seen the depth of our manufacturing capabilities, from the foundry to the assembly line. Every step showcases our meticulous precision. Our workforce, combined with our state-of-the-art technology, ensures that every vehicle that leaves our plant is of the utmost standards in safety, reliability, and performance. We are particularly excited to introduce our new expansion site. As you have seen around you, here is going to be focused on the manufacturing of CNG and LNG powered vehicles, as well as heavy-duty machinery. In addition, we have a new site in Onitsha that will focus on the conversion of fuel and diesel vehicles to CNG and LNG. This expansion signifies not just a boost in production, but also a surge in employment opportunities, underlying our commitment to the local content and economic growth. As we continue to grow, we seek your support in fostering an environment conducive to the automobile industry growth. We appreciate Anambra State's efforts in creating a business-friendly environment, but through further collaboration and strategic partnerships, we aim to propel Nigeria to the forefront of automotive manufacturing industry in Africa. To achieve this, we request your support in several key areas. Number one, improving infrastructure, including the roads leading to our new factory and also the main factory, and also enhancing the power supply to these areas. Number two, promoting the use of Innoson vehicles in state operations, encouraging government agencies, businesses, and individuals to support locally made Nigerian vehicles. Number three, offering financial assistance, such as grants and loans, to aid in our expansion, technological advancement, and product diversification. Fourth and last, assisting in marketing and promoting Innoson brand vehicles domestically and internationally, in addition to leveraging diplomatic channels for export opportunities. Your presence today, Your Excellency, is a testament to your commitment to indigenous industries and job creations. Your visit is expected to strengthen the bond between the government and private sector, paving the way for a brighter future of Innoson vehicle manufacturing and the Nigerian automotive industry at large. As I conclude, Your Excellency, we at IVM would like to commemorate with you on your family, on your passing of your beloved father. We pray that his soul may continue to rest in perfect peace. Amen. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your extended visit. We eagerly await your feedback and guidance as we strive to elevate Innoson vehicle manufacturing to greater heights. May God bless you and our collective endeavors. Thank you. And we also have a video presentation for you showing our manufacturing process and our road so far.
Mr. Governor, they said it's 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes presentation. But before then, I want to bring the indulgence of Mr. Governor to welcome Honorable Edochie the MD of Anambra State Hydroform, and also Honorable Namaka Areze, the MD of Anambra State Oxygen Plant. Welcome. Go ahead with the presentation, please.
For centuries, the Ijele has been a revered masquerade in Igboland, a predominant tribe in southern Nigeria. The Ijele is a grand spectacle that commands respect, awe, and celebration. Today, Innoson Vehicles brings you the Ijele in a new form. A majestic, robust, and monolithic pickup truck designed to leave an indelible mark in the annals of automotive history. The Innoson Ijele is equipped with a powerful 3.0 L-turbo engine and 4WD to conquer any terrain with ease. Make way for the Innoson Ijele, Innoson vehicle, the pride of African roads. The incorporation of Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing Company in 2007 initiated the bold move into a drastic change in the narrative of industrialization and manufacturing, not only in Nigeria, but also in Africa. IVM for short becomes the first wholly local and leading vehicle manufacturing company in Nigeria, an enterprise that has beefed up the global product manufacturing accolade and fame of Nnewi, Anambra State, and southeast Nigeria. The vehicle manufacturing plant was commissioned on October 15, 2015 by the then President Goodluck Jonathan GCFR. Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing was conceived to produce truly made-in-Nigeria vehicles with a minimum of 60% local content, positioning the industry as purely indigenous. With a manpower strength of over 1,800, Innoson Vehicles has duly registered its footprint in Nigeria's global economy. Recently, IVM upgraded its production capacity from 10,000 to 60,000 units of vehicles per annum. The vehicle plant, since inception, has taken itself to the task of meeting clients' demand, needs, and satisfaction, delivering unique, pleasurable experiences at all times across its range of rugged automobile products. Operating in a full digital industrial setup and environment, Innoson Vehicles go through all essential quality-centered and standard production processes. Every section is knitted with uncompromising quality control and assurance. The body of the vehicle and its external framework are formed at the foundry section. The shapes are designed, sizes are determined, and the alignment of various components is closely achieved for the various brands and types. In the treatment section, the various parts put together to form the body undergo chemical treatment for full preservation, particularly against rust and inclement weather. With adequate treatment to ensure lasting protection of the parts, nay the body, from rusting, painting is the next stage, where various IVM products are treated with various alluring shades and colors. Chassis assembly is where all vehicles are fitted with deserving souls. The chassis, engine and gearbox are meticulously assembled to give the vehicle bases the full look of an automobile. With the body, the chassis, and other requisite components in the engine room, including the engine, the interior assembly begins, where all of the instrumentation and wiring systems, dash panels, interior lights, seats, door and trim panels, headliners, radios, speakers, glasses, steering, and other interior parts are assembled and installed. The final finishing is an all-essential section. It is a critical moment to cross all T's and dot all I's. The remaining parts, including the exterior, are assembled. The final certification and endorsement are done at the Quality Control and Assurance Center, where the validation process is conducted at the end of the audit of the various inspection points throughout the assembly process. The IVM range of products. There are Innoson sedan cars. This family includes Innoson Connect and Innoson Caris. Innoson Smart, Innoson Ikenga, and Innoson Kappa are members of the multi-purpose vehicles, MPVs. The other superb range is the sports utility vehicles, SUVs, and with this block are Innoson G5T, Innoson G6T, Innoson G40, and Innoson G80. Innoson Carrier, Innoson Granite, Innoson Imperial, and Innoson Ijele belong to the pickup family. The Innoson 7-seater is a minibus in the bus range of IVM. There are also in the bus lineup other higher capacity vehicles. These are Innoson 5000, Innoson Cherokee 15-seater, Innoson 65 Forto 17-seater, Innoson 6001 23-seater, Innoson 6800 33-seater, Innoson 6110 50-seater, Innoson 6571 60-seater buses, and Innoson 100-seater capacity city bus. IVM also has quasi-articulated vehicles for emergencies. This is Innoson firefighting truck and Innoson garbage trucks ambiance. Innoson vehicles, expansion plans. Innoson Vehicle is on a mission to be a giant vehicle manufacturing company in Africa in order to serve African vehicle needs through its current expansion efforts. 1. Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing Plant, Naze Owerri, Imo State. Innoson Vehicles is currently setting up the IVM CNG Conversion Center at Naze Owerri, Imo State. The IVM CNG Conversion Center is a state-of-the-art facility for the conversion and retrofitting of fuel diesel-powered vehicles to CNG, LNG-powered vehicles. Innoson Vehicles has already acquired about 150,000 square meters of land for this project, and construction works are ongoing. 2. Innoson Vehicle Manufacturing Plant, Umu Ezina, Umudim, Nnewi, Anambra State. Innoson Vehicles is currently building its Nnewi factory expansion plant at Umu Ezina, Umudim, Nnewi. The extension plant is for the manufacture of CNG, LNG-powered vehicles and heavy-duty vehicles. 3. Lion IVM Tractor Manufacturing Plant, UNN, currently in Innoson, in partnership with the University of Nigeria. Nsukka is constructing a 20 HP agricultural tractor manufacturing plant at the Lion Science Park UNN. The tractor will be known as Lion IVM. 4. Expansion into African markets. Innoson Vehicles has expanded its vehicle supplies to other African countries such as Sierra Leone, Niger, Congo, Ghana, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, and Burkina Faso. The company has concluded plans with the Sierra Leone government to establish an assembly plant in Freetown. Innoson range of vehicles has attained and maintained a household status among users in Nigeria. IVM brands have been highly patronized by different levels and arms of government and the private sectors. The range of products from the stable of IVM are affordable and within the reach of the Nigerian investing public who are in the transportation business, corporate organizations, government, and its agencies, as well as individuals who desire the products, exquisite service, and quintessential driving experience. Innoson Vehicles Manufacturing, given its corporate focus, has built relationships with prospective groups and entities. IVM is in partnership with the Nigerian Air Force for the development and promotion of joint activities to sustain the maintenance of the Nigerian Air Force air asset and other associated aerospace ground equipment, AGE, to enable the Nigerian Air Force to continuously carry out its constitutional obligations to the nation. Equally, we are in partnership with the Nigerian Army for the modification of some of its equipment, local production of armored fighting and utility vehicles, as well as other military hardware. Today, IVM is using the concept of regionalization in the production of its vehicles by making sure that it considers the Nigerian environment, local tastes, and consumer preferences in Nigeria, as well as the African region. Innoson Vehicles are strongly built for the rugged Nigerian roads. Our products are at affordable prices, enabling huge cost savings as well as low maintenance costs. Our spare parts are readily available. IVM products can be serviced and maintained by any trained auto mechanic, as our vehicles do not require specialized technical handling. Low fuel economy, even with an air conditioner, is a known feature of IVM products, with superior performance, reliability, fast, and ruggedness. Innoson vehicles all carry a full 24-month warranty. IVM's unique ability to supply durable, yet very affordable brand new vehicles and its successful record in delivering within short notice makes it an enviable partner in this industry. Innoson Vehicles' mission, by the grace of God, is to drastically reduce the prices of vehicles and cut down Nigeria's dependence on imported vehicles, shut down the market for fairly used token-bore vehicles as well. We did it with motorcycles. We are doing it again with motor vehicles. This video is brought to you by the Corporate Communications Department, Innoson Vehicles, the pride of African roads.
Thank you. Put your hands together. The bany Athan na go for Innoson vehicle go for kwano na Achonu ida kwa ketua. All right. Uno mana moto ni na lo ga agba na ezigbo ụzọ. Ime ife Mr. Governor Bukobi na Anambra State. Na-enwe road crisis na Anambra State. Owebido ilu ụzọ. Every local government, including Nnewi North, I know Athan, Ketaloke, 400 plus kilometers of road can around Anambra State. Now the local governments, all Kamota and Agba, Ghana, all last year. So ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, it will be my singular honor and privilege to invite to speak to us in this auspicious occasion, the rave of the moment, the man who has come. Ndi Anambra Kulume, Oseni, ndi Ogbenye will not only breathe, but will get up and run. Government tabu ndi Ogbenye, onye Bonye Anambra State, onye Bina Anambra State, Kobuso, Karibuso, India, in Anambra State, no, you live, you enjoy, you invest, and you'll be happy. A prosperous Anambra State is what he's talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as I invite him, Professor Charles Chukwuma, Soludo, CFR, Mr. Solution.
The chairman, Ifediason, Abembe, no, honorable member, our commissioners, MD, ordinary, none. Then I'm breaking them or no. Nnewi them or no. Mono, Zono, Achonu. Nnukwu ife na-eme na Nnewi, nnukwu ife na-eme na Anambra, nnukwu ife na-eme na Nigeria, and we have come to bear witness. I have come, this is more like, it's not an inspection. If you call it an inspection, you will be right. If you call it a familiarization tour of Innoson, you will be right. If you call it, but I prefer to call it a solidarity visit. A solidarity visit, Innoson. To come to tell him that Anambra State government, and I want to also say, without being presumptuous, that Nigerian government as well, that we all have your back. This is a very, very major investment. In many ways, history is being made. You know, I will tell you, what defines Innoson, there are a lot of things we can talk about. It says to be the pride of the African roads. It is the Africa's own car manufacturing plant. After touring the entire, the old and now the new, this new expansion will be built on 3 hectares of land. That's what it will occupy. 30,000 square meters of land, isn't it? That's what it's going to occupy. This should be our pride. It's not only Anambra's pride, it should be Africa's pride. And I want to commend you. I commend you for believing in Nigeria, believing that a black man also can do it, and very importantly, believing in Anambra. Believing in Anambra, because you could have cited this elsewhere. Why some people are still talking about insecurity. Innoson is expanding 30,000 square meters of his factory, while others are talking about insecurity. I understand the land behind that is owned by Chikasen and that is going to start off. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago. It's also going to begin something. And that Shutdown, Noruku, will also be starting his. You mentioned January or so, beside here. So this area is a growing industrial hub, as it were. And that is at a time when people are still talking whether to come or not to. I want to say to them, today, Anambra, in the latest ease of doing business published for the states of Nigeria, Anambra is the #1 among the 17 states in the southern Nigeria. Anambra is safe, Anambra is ready for business, and Innoson leads the way. Innoson leads the way. It's expanding. This is the expansion plan. You can see construction, massive construction going on everywhere. I'm deeply, deeply pleased. And when I visited the factory, from the other one up to this place, one of the things I experienced, beside the about 2,000 direct labor and about 7,000 plus in the Innoson, almost 8,000 in the Innoson group employed. And one thing was striking, and that is going through the manufacturing phase up to the assembly phase. The entire people that I saw there, I did not see one expatriate. I saw only Nigerians manufacturing cars. Isn't that something to be proud of? I saw Nigerians fixing this, checking this, and so on and so forth. That is something to be proud of. And as I sat here, I was just thinking 50 years, 100 years to come. These guys that you see today, fixing this and so on, they might be the next one that will design and manufacture because maybe in 50 years, the next set of cars will not be running on roads. Maybe they will be flying a little bit in the air. Who knows? And they might be doing that from Nnewi here. If they are so, I believe it, they'll be here, they'll be. In a me, if you seeker. On our own part, I've said that, I've seen the number of things listed out about what government can do. The job of government is to provide the enabling environment. Make sure we have security, law, and order. Make sure that those who work here are not harassed by miscreants and touts and so on and so forth. And yes, we are building quite a number of roads already here in Nnewi. The latest of which is the bank road that is ongoing as well. Is that so? The Sahoto Teaching Hospital or Obuneze to Nnewi Hotel and so on. They're ongoing, and I'm assured the contractor doing that has assured me that before the end of February that I should be coming to commission those 2 roads. And then, of course, the bank road one has only just begun, and we're going to be expanding. We're going to be expanding in Nnewi here. So when I saw you talk about the roads or whatever, I said, don't worry. I've just come here today to send this. And when we were doing a Sahoto teaching hospital, we were building a very strategic link to a very strategic asset. Because there's no point that you have a federal teaching hospital here, but then you can't access it. It's of no use. So that's why we're building that particular road. And when I came, some Nnewi stakeholders gathered and told me that the Opuneze to Nnewi Hotel was the most strategically positioned but the worst road ever then, and that we needed to tackle it, and that's why we began there. Now that we are going to be commissioning the others, we'll come to the next phase here in Nnewi, and we will be talking in Innoson. If it is so, we'll be talking, and we'll know how and where the next one. Honorable member, he even came. I think, honorable member, Mwabelogo move promotion. But I inspect my commission in Mandela. I hear solo way there. In a Pacific, in a Kusio Pika. Yes. So that's a good one. But all I can say to you then, power. The Niger Delta Power Holding Company is also designated Anambra, and I think we're beginning with Nnewi to be able to provide some kind of 24-hour electricity. And hopefully, and I was reluctant to begin to talk about that now until I begin to see the work in progress. You know, I don't like to just talk. I like to see it happening, then I talk about it. So now the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, they've made the promise, but I didn't want to talk about it until I see them acting on it before talking about it. But I have to speak about it here because I saw that power happened to be one of the major things mentioned. And you know, for many years, one major project that has been on the pipeline was what is called the AUU Automotive Industrial Park. The Ikoyi head, the Oga Automotive Industrial Park. Or for some people, they prefer to call it the Nnewi Automotive Industrial Park. Okay. That has been in the pipeline. And that has been held by quite a number of hiccups. It's been in the drawing board since, if I may remember. If I remember, as far back as maybe 2015, 2016, or thereabout. It's been in the works. But I think we are now taking steps to going to unlock that possibility, and that particular industrial park, maybe not in the same location, or maybe in the same location, will finally be taken off. Because we are working very hard on taking our new industrial city. And I want to assure you, if they are so, and all the Anambra who are eagerly awaiting to get into manufacturing, into industrialization, that government has we are now very intentional, very deliberate about industrialization. And that is why, for the first time, government has gone out to acquire now about 6,000 hectares of land, where we are now planning. We've hired an international consulting firm, Mahina, and that whole area will be industrial city. So, if you hadn't started off this one, and you wanted land to do this and so on, and I can say, by your right hand is built up, this one is built up here, the other one, and maybe if you are hampered, maybe if you had come to the new one, maybe if you needed 10 hectares or 20 hectares, instead of just, this one is 3 hectares. If you want to build the next 20 hectare one or 50 hectare one, we have land waiting for you. We have land waiting for you. We're acquiring this deliberately before people build up everywhere. and plan it and design it with a master plan, with gas, power plant, and everything set up in that place. So that in the next 100, 200, 300 years, you will be looking at that same place as an industrial city. Obronke Anambra, industry thereby, Unobemada thereby, Afia thereby, petrol station Adenankozo, Denam Elena Nozo, Adenankozo, Mba. We now have to plan the cities so that every industry are borrow for what? Industry. Every for market are borrow for gene market. Every for residence are borrow gene residence. We are coming to Anambra. So I want to commend you and to assure you of our own support. For me, I think when the compere was speaking, he did mention about the fact about, he was speaking about me ostensibly. But I said this when I was campaigning. When I was campaigning, because I don't want to be, if being a politician is the type that I see people all over the place who speak from four sides of their mouth. Oku so mi abonezi oku. Oku so mi emelegede. Achoro me bo politician nka. Soludo will say it as it is. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. I say what I will do, and I do what I say I will do. When we were campaigning, when I wasn't yet a candidate. I wasn't yet a candidate of APGA. I remember I was doing a tour of the local government, talking to APGA faithfuls to vote for me during the primaries. And I came to Nnewi. I remember on that fateful day. And after the visit, we paid a courtesy visit to Omekania, Nnewi, Chifi Beto. And there, I did make a statement that if I got nominated as APGA candidate, and if the good people of Anambra State employed me to be their governor, that Innoson will be my official vehicle. I said it there. And when I was saying it, I'm sure even the chairman didn't believe me, because he was telling the media people that they should video this one. They should video this one. Because, that was what he was saying. He was telling them, video nunca, video nunca, video nunca. So that when I become governor, he can now use it to say, but you said so. And now, if we're going to be politician, if I so, I will go more the politician. And after the election, usually incumbent governors will order for vehicles for what their successor will drive. And they were getting ready to order the Toyota, the Land Cruisers and all of those and so on for me. And I got a wind of it, and I sent a message. I said, no, you don't want to drive those, order for Innoson. Get Innoson. I promise I will drive Innoson, and I will only drive Innoson. And eventually, they ordered and they delivered Innoson. On my swearing in there, after swearing in, I went back home with what? Innoson. And I'm still driving Innoson. See them parked there. I said to people, I am going to be the chief marketing officer for any company, any manufacturer. If you come to Anambra to produce it, I will be your chief marketing officer. If you have your textile, see, I'm wearing a kwete, because I'm wearing kind of men are buying. And I want you to understand the importance of this. Even in my government, because when I drive Innoson Some of my officers drive Innoson, but then some others said, some of you are our brothers as well, especially from Nnewi here as well, who also assemble vehicles, also said, so we expanded the policy to say, if it is not made in Anambra, let it be made by Onya Anambra. And so we expanded it. Makana emesi ani isimbe de kwanagene. Odeka ime ife basa vehicles man de Nnewi. Bo osina be Innoson oba be cost charis. Osina be cost charis oba kwa be Innoson. Osikwa be Innoson ba kwa be cost charis. Fanchani na ebe na Nnewi. Na Anambra kwa. So we expanded that, but we have also said this to Kocharis, that if you got to be, yes, Ebonya Anambra, but we need to see your factory in Anambra. We need to see your factory in Anambra. We need to see it where? Anambra. Where we're going to Anambra. Well, because there's about almost 2,000 persons working at Innoson here. That's 2,000 high-level technical people employed here. We need to see all these other factories. If you have your branch here. In fact, wherever you are, make Anambra your headquarters. Anambra should be the headquarters. Makana even the Anambra. They are clear mad. But and now that we are building a brand new industrial city, there will be no excuses. There should be no excuses. This is Anambra, the light of the nation. So, as for continuing support, you take that for granted. The shoe I wear is Anambra. The dress I wear, I'm looking for the textile that can now make it in Anambra. But I'm happy also patronizing the women of Akwete in Abia State. They make this dress. It's handmade. And imagine if the 225 million people in Nigeria patronize made in Nigeria textile. Just close your eyes and imagine it for 1 second. That the 225 million Nigerians, rather than importing these textiles from China, this and Bangladesh, India, and so on and so forth, or America, and we're sure we are proud of it, and so on and so forth, we should be proudly Nigerian and patronize made in Nigerian textiles. That's the only way. If we 225 million people patronize made in Nigeria textiles, we will, in a matter of time, create more than 10 million jobs. Unemployment will go. We can't be saying we want to create jobs when we start creating jobs by patronizing products made well abroad. So, I drive Innoson, I market Innoson, and I talk to my colleague governors and federal government to patronize Innoson. And I am happy that there are many state governments that are also patronizing Innoson. Many state governments are also patronizing Innoson. That's the way to go. And so now that he's building a new factory here, if all of us patronize him, he told me he'll be producing even trailers and so on and so forth here. So let's stop importing them. Let's buy made in Nnewi, made in Anambra vehicles, and then more jobs and more jobs and more jobs will be created here. So I want to end by once more thanking the chairman of the Innoson Group. You have done greatly well. This is the true spirit of what the African of the 21st century should be about. If they can do it, we can do even better. And with that spirit, I think that is the spirit with which you have come home. Others run, but you are still here. They say this place is this, but you are even expanding. The true spirit of Innoson is what we need for the new Anambra that we are building. I want to thank all of you. It's really a great pleasure. I just stopped by to just say, I learned about this new expansion, and I said, let me just come and say it. And for all those who are ready to start up their own factories, once you are ready, call me. We'll come. If you want groundbreaking, we come and do. If you want the commissioning, we come and do. Even on the inspection, I will be going to the Chikason one. We're trying to fix a date very shortly. I'll be visiting his own factories very shortly. And Nnewi is a new day. Well, isn't it a new day? Yes. And educate the other sectors of the economy, the other sectors that we have to build. We have to build our children. But we have to do what? Build our children, our future. That's why when we say there should be free education, free basic education in Anambra, it is all tailored towards building the workforce of the future that gives opportunity to the children of the poor and the rich to be able to get those technical skills. Those people, those youths that I saw manufacturing these vehicles, they are our youths. And I want to use them as a point of contact to talk to our other youths, the 0.01% or 0.0001%. Those of them who are in the bush. Human beings don't live in the bush. Human beings don't live in the bush. We've told them, come out of the bush. We'll give you skills and give you opportunity to be someone else, to be somebody. Get out of the bush. Ibulebwe. Na-eme kidnapping. Na-eme nka. Na-eme nka. Ogbumma na-eme gịnị? Ogbo egbe na-eme gịnị? So get out. Let's build a new Anambra. As Christmas comes, I can only wish all of you, I mean, this is, today is 5th, 20 more days. I'm looking forward to that 5 was Christmas. Right, Christmas. In 20 days time, it will be time. I will only wish all of you, and as well, I wish you Merry Christmas. I said to you, this is the season to remember everybody. The motto of my party is leave no one behind. Leave no one. Onyaga na nwanne. Give somebody a present this time. Even if you can't give him anything, just an orange. One orange. Or one leaf of banana. Or full grain of granite, or buy a pencil for a child. Of course, we are not buying for Ifediaso or for honorable or for the less privileged. Are you hearing me? Do that for the less privileged. Yes, and when I say that, I use every opportunity I have to talk about Anambra's burial law. A burial law that encourages you to ensure that you give the living befitting living, not befitting burial. Give somebody befitting living when the person is alive. I don't know where we got this culture. Somebody is alive, you haven't killed a chicken for the person. You haven't bought a bottle of stout for the person. The day and start looking for cows to kill. Start looking for champagne to give to people. We must promote befitting what? Living. Give the person befitting living. You know, I have just become an orphan. My father just died, and will be buried on the 20th of this, on the 23rd of this. And I had some people, planning. They are doing a ashwebi. I said, what is that? What is the meaning of ashwebi? What does that mean? Isi or there may be the man.
And some to his commendation. Now, you raised points concerning roads, security, power, and indigenous patronage. And so I want to ask you, how will you summarize these points and then show clearly the solidarity to what Innoson is doing?
It's, if you're looking for one word, that word is partnership. That key word, summarizing everything that we said here, and the reason we are here, and the whole essence of it, is what you might call the partnership. The kind of public-private partnership that is required to build the Nigeria, to industrialize. You need a very entrepreneurial class, a patriotic entrepreneurial class that is devoted to building Nigeria. But many years ago, some decades ago, some people wrote about the Nnewi industrializing in spite of the state. They tried to industrialize without support by government, and a lot of them failed. A lot had to close their factories and went back into trading, back to Lagos and so on. But people like Innoson become persevere, persistent, and they're here. And now, what we're trying to say is that the mistake of the past must not repeat itself. They have now to industrialize in partnership with the state. The government must now come in, and that's why I'm here. And I'm talking about power, I'm talking about infrastructure, growth, keeping security, and also patronage. Patronage. That's why, like I said, this is a brand made in Anambra. I personify that man. That's the car that I drive, and I encourage everybody else to patronize it. Because there is the best way for us to create jobs in this country is to patronize made in Nigeria. As you patronize and replace others, then hire more workers. That's the easiest way to expand and to create jobs. If you keep buying from Japan and from Germany and from of course, you keep creating jobs in those countries. So I've come to in solidarity with him to tell him that we'll have his back. And I want to believe also that the federal government and every Nigerian should actually patronize Innoson and patronize made in Nigeria and encourage other manufacturers, other industrialists to please come, and that the environment is getting better every day. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, then there will not be a moment. There is never a perfect moment. Let's make what is imperfect happen and get Nigeria going.
Okay, people want to really know whether this idea of the manufacturing CNG/LNG powered vehicles is possible. So what people recommend? Want people to know that maybe it is possible or maybe it is not possible.
He's already manufactured. We just saw one of the vehicles, some of the vehicles rolling out of the factory there. The CNG powered, I think, a 100-seater bus. 100-seater bus. Already, lined up there. Yeah, they can make any model of it. We saw the cylinders, we saw the stuff. We saw one already working, fully manufactured. And so, we encourage them now that we are making this transition. It's cheaper, more energy efficient, and also environmentally friendly. So as we make the transition to that, and then, of course, the electric, CNG and electric are going to be in the future of building in the whole world, as it's there. So it's not just that it is possible, he has already done it.
Now that the state is partnering, showing serious partnership and the solidarity, what are you telling the government to do?
Well,
today, let's say this, you have business in fact. As a business in fact, you really understand what you are doing. Nobody will pay you tomorrow that you are doing it or doing it. You are seeing by yourself. And it's somebody who knows what to do in any given time. You know how to run a money. So I believe these are opportunities for Anambra. These are opportunities for Innoson. These are opportunities for Nigeria. Because as far as you understand the situation today, I get several changes to happen this country. Because he's a chief marketer of Innoson. Thank you.
Thank you very much.